Coach, if you just want to start about signing David, and then we can go from there.
Oh man, I am. We signed a dude today, and he is a terrific basketball player. He's a leader. He's a winner. USA basketball. When he played two summers, well, 3 summers ago, and then 2 summers ago, right? I think it was like 17 under, 16 under, whatever it was, 2 different times, and they won the gold medal. And then last year, because he was injured, he wasn't on that team that didn't even medal, right, without him. And my man is a winner. He understands what it takes to win and lead, and I'm just really excited about him. And he's an even better person than he is a player, right? And before his injury, he was, top 20 player in the country, and then he got injured and out of sight, out of mind. It didn't change who he is as a player, and so we're super excited to get him. We had a goal. This signing period, we focused in on 2 guys, or 3 guys, but there's 2 guys that we were really locked in on. And I said, we're going to get those 2 guys, and if we don't get them, then we'll go into the portal. And so the plan is still in place. We got 1 out of 2, 50% in recruiting is a huge win, because normally it's like 20%, And so I feel like we did good. We didn't do great. We did good, but now we've got our next plan moving forward. But just can't thank the Castillo family enough for trusting us, for believing in us. And it was a big win for the Wildcats.
What can you say about Clint Stewart, his former coach?
Oh man, Clint is a class act, just a class. I did not like him as a player because his elbow jump shot. Like in transition, he'd be coming down smooth and pull up from the elbow and hit that shot. He never got rattled. I mean, when he coaches, you see that calm, that poise. And he's done a great job with David, and very thankful for his help in this process. And Clint's a class act, man.
Does it help him transferring to a different high school for his senior year?
I think the structure at Sunrise will definitely benefit him, because they, do early morning weight sessions, and then practice, and then you go to class, and then they come back and they get shooting sessions or individuals. And so it's very structured, and he's around a group of guys that all love basketball and want to do something with it. So there's a different mindset around him. He's not the only one like that. So that's really going to help his transition.
Didn't get to ask you about Quez out in Vegas, but so unfortunately walking around in crutches out here. How long would you expect him to be?
They're saying it's 4 to 6 week thing, but we're really going to take our time with him. His other times of going through this similar thing, I felt like maybe, and he felt like they might have rushed him back. And I don't want to do that. I want this young fellow to be healthy for the rest of his life. So we're on the 6 to 8 week approach and get him back to full strength. We had him for a while where I thought like he looked like the Quez Glover that I saw on film his junior year at Samford and even some at Florida. And then, the knee started acting up again. And so, we want him to be healthy for the rest of his life. So we're going to be very patient with this recovery.
Looking back at film, what's kind of the biggest takeaway from Monday?
We beat ourselves. A whole lot of self-inflicted wounds, and things that are definitely correctable. They are a very good team, so some of our mistakes were because of USC, but a whole lot more of our mistakes were because of the Wildcats. And so that's what we're going to work on. And like, there's no fairy dust to fix this thing, right? It's a little bit at a time, 1% better every day. People talk about trust in the process. It's going to be a process, and everybody's got to buy in to getting better every day, and we will get to where we want to be.
Feels like you're getting the most out of Will McNair's minutes so far. Has he been everything you thought he'd be?
No, I thought he'd be better right now, and expected more of him, and I expect more of him. And and he knows it, right? I'm very honest with him. He's got a lot in him that he's been holding back, and this is an opportunity for him to be the player and the leader that he feels he can be, and now he's got to do it every single day, and so I'm looking forward to him embracing that challenge, and us as a staff being able to unlock all of that inside of him, because then I think he could be the best version of himself, but he's not there yet.
Coach, you had 33 three-point tries in the game, and I'm wondering, a lot of them were good looks. I'm not saying that. We know what the shooting percentage was, and many of them were good shots. But do you have a number that you'd like to have where you're still getting the inside touches that you want, working inside out and those kind of things?
No, it's not a particular number, but what we don't want is contested shots, right? And especially contested mid-range shots. And so we want to shoot open shots. We don't want to turn the ball over. The 5 turnovers in the second half fit closer to what we want than, the 12 in the first half. We had too many contested mid-range shots, and it was a game plan, right? We knew they were really good shot blocking team. We knew how athletic their bigs were, but we knew that we could get to the paint and then create shots for other people, and then we didn't execute that game plan. And so, watch the film, saw where we could get better. We're going to work on it, and it's going to be a process of them learning to see those things.
Coach, what's the initials on the shirt?
Same old boring habits. All the great ones. All the great ones have the same old boring habits. And, I tell the story of Donovan Mitchell, and Royce O'Neal told me he listened to the same playlist on game day every day and started it at the same time. So at 6:15, the same song was playing at the same time every day, the same thing. Guys who build routines, and it's not exciting, right? It's boring, right? And it's because basketball is a simple game, and we just got to do simple better, all right? And we'll get there.
Any update on Naquan, how things are going there?
No, there's still a process that's out of our hands. That's he's going through, and we are loving him. We are supporting him, and he's doing all the things that he needs to do here on campus that we've asked of him.
Cam kind of had a load to deal with with Collier, but how did you feel offensively? Things.
Cam?
Yeah.
I thought Cam made some shots. I thought he took some tough ones, that and I want him to shoot, right? But I thought he took some tough ones. Our problem wasn't offensively, right? 69 points. I know we can shoot better and this, that, and the other, but our defense was not there, not what we wanted to do. This was a no-paint game, and they scored 55 points in the paint and got 15 points from the free throw line where you can't guard them, right? That was the issue. So our defense has to improve, and we got to develop a defensive identity, and guys have to buy in and embrace that. And so that's the thing.
What were your thoughts on the tempo of the game and how it progressed throughout on Monday night?
I thought we played with pretty good pace. We got the ball out the net quickly. There was some times where it stalled, but when we moved the ball and we moved our bodies, it created opportunities. We missed shots, right? But we can't let whether the ball goes in the hole or not affect how we guard on the other end. And I thought that happened way too much.
Back on the defense, is that more one-on-one off the bounce or help defense?
Both. On the ball, we opened our hips too much and allowed a straight line drive. There's no help defense for straight line drives. And then off the ball, we were too spread out. We have to shrink the floor and make them see bodies and make the next pass. And so we're working on it.
Where can Bellarmine stress you guys on Friday?
Well, I know they're a really good shooting team, and they've won in the past. So they've got some guys who know what winning's about, and they shoot the ball, they move, they cut. So we're gonna have to play before the catch with them, and not just allow them to be comfortable and move the ball. But I'm excited about, that's what I love about basketball. I mean, we don't have to wait a whole week to play again. They would hate me after a week, so after a loss. So no, we're excited about the opportunity to play in Bram, and our students are gonna be there, and our fans, the Octagon of Doom. It's a special place, man. So when we get that opportunity, we want to be ready.
Coach, back to Castillo for a moment. For those who haven't seen him, can you describe what he is as a player?
Yeah, he's fast, right? He's got some pop to him, and he can score the ball, but he's very unselfish. Like the ball, it doesn't hurt him to give the ball up, and then he's a communicator out there on the floor. Like he just connects people, and he's very poised. And that you need poise. Like rebounding translates. If you rebound in high school, you rebound in college, you rebound in the NBA. Well, poise translates. If you're poised in high school, you'll be poised in college, you'll be poised the next level, and he's got that.
I'm sure these first few games, it's hard for you to know going in exactly how many minutes you want for every player. At what point in the season do you kind of want to get that narrowed down, where you get a strong feeling in that area?
Man, it sounds like you've been in our staff meetings. What we want to do is have see who can consistently give us what we're looking for, and right now we're not sure, and so you'd like it to happen quicker so that you can build a rotation and then start running things that benefit the lineup that's out there. I think we played 25 different lineups in this last game, and that's way too many. I've got to be more patient there, and so it's a work in progress. I don't have a timeline for it. I'll know what it looks like and what it feels like and sounds like when it happens, and you guys will recognize it.
How encouraging, though, was it to rebound like that, in particular in the first half?
Yeah, no, we felt like it was one of our strengths and an advantage going in, and we was able to take advantage of it. I just, doesn't do any good to do all that work and not get a paycheck, right? And so we've got to get the paycheck at the end. And so, but it was, effort wasn't an issue in the game for the most part. There were a few times, but not for the most part. It was execution, and we can help correct that as a staff.
Is cashing those checks, is that the biggest thing you want to see out of Arthur? Kind of improving over the next couple of games?
No, I want to see Arthur take ownership on the defensive end and be a lockdown defender and a great help side defender, and really help his teammates and do all the little things that make your teammates fall in love with you. And the offensive stuff is going to take care of itself.
If I could ask a follow-up from what Derek had on Will. Obviously, he scores 8 points in that game, so he looks pretty good in that area. What are some spots where you're challenging him to be better? Is it defense, transition? What are we talking about there?
Consistency. Okay. Consistency. Like he can't, and maturity, right? Like you can't get a dunk and then yell at the other team, right? You got a next job to do. What's next? Sprint back on defense, right? I mean, there's things that a 23-year-old guy who's played 5 years of college basketball should be able to provide for you, and especially given the opportunity. And I want to see him embrace that leadership part of things, and be a next play guy, and bring his teammates with him, that kind of thing. The consistency, and that comes from practice, right? Your consistency at practice, and so that we want to see that. The great post move that he had, and put the guy on his shoulder, made the layup, and then he went middle and kicked out Arthur for a wide open three, and then he catches the ball at the elbow and puts it down on the floor and where he's not supposed to dribble, and within our offense because of where the defense is at, and he turns it over and then doesn't sprint back on defense. You want to know you're going to get something from him every single day. That's what we're looking for, guys. It's not just Will, but y'all are asking about Will. So talk about Will. Terrific kid, great smile, love having him, right? But I promised his family that I'd help him mature as a player. I wasn't just going to use him for a few minutes here and there just to win some games. I was going to help him mature. And so we're putting Will through some stresses to help him become the player he's capable of being and grow into the man that he's capable of being.
Is there anything that you were most happy with three freshmen and how they played? I know they played like freshmen, they made freshman mistakes, but was there something that you liked out of what they did?
Yeah, we got the first game out the way.